Now that the template is installed, let's go to the front end and verify that the site is working normally. And so all of the demo content is installed. It's working just like we saw on the SmartAddons site. And so now we'll go through how you edit some of this content. So let's go back to the back end. And one of the most important things to grasp about how this site is edited, which is different than every Joomla template I've ever worked on, is that it uses two extension tools within the template that no other template I've worked on uses. They actually ultimately make it easier and more predictable to edit the site. However, you have to learn how they work. So in the control panel, we look at the first area with content, that's the page builder. Let's click on pages and go to home. And this controls the overall assignment of modules to different spaces. In this particular case, it's the home page. And we have the first module is the SJ scroller for K2 slideshow. So if we were to click into this and we see it's referring to a module, again bearing that same name, this means that the slideshow that we see here, this is being controlled by this module. And if we close the page builder and go to the modules in Joomla and we search for slide, it's referring to this slideshow. So we click into here, and in the source options, you don't have to worry about all these different things. The important thing here is, where is it getting its images from? It's getting its images right here, source options. And that's defined by a category that's assigned. So in this case, the category is named slideshow. So what does that mean? Well, let's close this and let's go to components, K2, categories, and you have many different categories that are available here. The category that we're looking at is one called slideshow. So here are the different categories that are currently set up in this template. Slideshow is the only one that affects the images in the slideshow on the home page. Now, if you just create a category, that's not going to actually let you associate images just by itself. You need to have what's called an item. And so an item is the equivalent of saying an article. And so here are the items, and you can access those here also as items, or you can access them in the control panel, K2 items. It's the same thing. And when you go to the items, if you set the category to slideshow, then what this is showing is these are the items that show up as these images in the slideshow. And so if you were to click into an item, and let's go ahead and name this slide 1, and let's click on image, and you can see this image is, the first image is this image on the slideshow. So let's go ahead and choose a file to replace that. And I will say save. Now when I click on image, we have this image instead. Now when we click here, it may not update, it may not replace the image. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so let's try Shift and force refresh, and it still doesn't update. And so in a case like this, what I do is I come here to actually let's come to this one, which we're not using, and system, clear cache, delete all, clear expired cache, and let's go back to the home page and hold the shift key down and refresh. And so now it shows up. So it's a unique idiosyncrasy that I have found with this template, and it may be an element of how K2 works as well, that it doesn't automatically clear the cache. So if you're working with changing content, don't think your content isn't being changed. You simply have to manually go through that cache cleaning process. And as we go to these different elements, basically these are all items which are related to categories. That's how these all get related. We're going to change that background video, and if we were to go to the page builder, home, background video. Okay, so this one here. And so the module is called background video. So I simply came here to be sure that I know the name of the module I'm looking for. And I go to the modules and I choose back and background video. Now when you see this, it indicates that the module is checked out. So when the quick start was saved, someone had not yet checked this module back in. So if you try to edit this, you could probably get an error, like this is an error. So what you do is you select the module this way, and then you click on check in, and then that clears it. Now we can click on background video, and we can see this is the video that's playing in the background on the home page. Now you can't just like upload a video to change this. Instead, what you need to do is change the editor, toggle the editor, and so you can see the associated code. And then you can upload an MP4 video onto the server and just replace the path and the name of the MP4 video in here. And then when you save this, the video that you uploaded will play in place of the background video on the home page. And we'll look at one more video edit, and if we were to come down here, this is the one that you can actually play with the full interface. And so let's choose video. There might be a few. Okay, videos and trailers. And so let's click into here, and we'll just we'll look at how you actually get video to play in here. So if we were to just copy this and we were to open a browser and paste it into the browser, so we see this is the video. Okay, so now if we go back to the home page, this is the same video. Okay, now if we were to go to YouTube, and I'm just going to I'll just take a video that we see here. Okay.
You want to create a stunning website? I've already done it with Wix. Let me show you how it's done.
Okay, so now take this video, and we're going to put this video to replace the one that's currently playing as the first video on the home page. And so we click on Share and Embed, and then we copy this content here, and I'm going to open a notepad and paste it into here, and then we're going to get rid of everything but the actual web address, the actual full path of this embedded video. And so you must have the piece, the version of the address that has the word embed and not the one that has watch. So we'll copy that and we will go back here and we'll paste it to replace that and hit save. And now when we come here and we hold the shift key and hit the refresh button, and so now this is the video that we just saw on YouTube, and it's replaced it. And it's really that easy. Every Joomla website I've ever edited, getting video into the website was always a real hassle. This one is really easy. What these are not videos actually, these are thumbnails. And so the thumbnails are controlled here. And so in the images folder, let's get to it this way. System control panel, media. And so these are actually the thumbnails that you saw referenced. Yeah, you see video 1, 2, 3, and we come here, this is video 1, 2, 3, and so basically you just upload images here, and you don't have to use these names. You could use any names. It could be vid1, it could be hello1, whatever, and you would copy that name and you paste it into this spot. And so the relationship is that the first, and you hit return. So after each of these lines, you hit return. So vid1 is the thumbnail image for this first YouTube video. So it's important to understand that this video player on the home page is not extracting an image from the video to make this thumbnail. You have to make this yourself and upload it specifically, and then you have to put it in the correct location, the correct spot in this area, so that clicking on this image will play this video. And so that's all that we're going to cover in installing and editing a SmartAddon template.